Ladies and gentlemen, how you going? It's Robertson here. Tonight, I just thought I'd come on to Robertson Live and give you a little bit more information about the show, the concept, and about myself. So basically, I've got this idea for a free-flowing, free-form interview show. You know, the sort of things that you don't often see on network television or even on, the big cable shows. One of the main reasons being they've got big sponsors, they've got big advertisers behind them, or there's somebody putting a lot of money into their project, into their show, and that kind of gives the show a color, an angle. I don't want to say an agenda, but perhaps even at times an agenda. And, they do get some very big guests on, and one day I hope to maybe get the chance to interview some very, very big guests too. But hopefully, if I build this show from the ground up very organically, on my own, and with the help of just a few people around me, from the beginning we can build something that's quite genuine, quite authentic, and hopefully some of these bigger stars, these bigger acts, these bigger personalities, they want to come onto the show and have a chat with me, because they can see that what I'm doing is real. What I'm doing is coming from a genuine place of discovery, wanting to learn more about the world and about what's happening, and learn more about myself in the process. I'm excited about music. I'm excited about movies and television. I'm excited about politics. I'm excited about sports. I'm excited about innovation and technology. My whole life, people around me have always said to me that they've enjoyed talking to me, whether it be standing on a door in a security kind of job, or working behind a bar, or people coming up to visit me at my DJ booth. I've been around people my whole life. So many people know who I am. So many people know all the different things I've done. I like to get exposure to a wide variety of cultures, a wide variety of activities. I'm not limited by anything at all. I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to be a part of the universe, and hopefully some of these really genuine aspects of who I am are the things that may entice you, the audience, to watch this show, and also the people that might be watching at home right now or on their phone and go, hey, you know what, I'd love to sit down and have a chat with Ian. I'd love to be on his show. I'd love to support him and where he's going with his journey. That's the sort of flavor, that's the sort of energy that I want to exude. That's what I'm trying to put out there in terms of putting out my vibe and my energy to the universe. And I'm very interested to see what comes back. I'm in the very early stages of building a studio where it's going to be the home of Ian Ed Robertson Live, where people can come on to my show and chat, just like I said, about anything they want. And we're all going to learn something from it. It's going to be a lot of fun. And then as I move forward into the future, I'm going to travel. I'm going to do some guest appearances on other people's podcasts and internet shows, because I do believe that using the internet and using services such as YouTube and the rest is a really good portal for people to be able to reach out in a much more unbiased way, maybe a little bit more of an intimate way, but also with that exciting opportunity of being able to scale up to something really big. If everyone loves it a lot, then I would be willing to go all the way with it. Back when I was younger, I always dreamed about one day, being a famous talk show host. And like I said before, the whole paradigm of television stations and television channels has kind of shifted, and the way in which things are put together, it's not the way it used to be. But that's not to say that something that started organically on YouTube could not translate or transfer onto another medium or another location if it became that big that I needed the support to launch it hard on that sort of a level. But if that was ever to be discussed, it would have to be discussed that it had to be true to its roots and true to the original origins of what I've just said to you over the last few minutes. I want to stick to that. There's other people doing biased, agenda-driven talk shows and late night shows, and I never want to be one of those guys. Those guys can keep that gig, they can do that. I want to do what I'm doing, and this is how I'm doing it right now. And like I said, I hope you come along for the journey. Episode 1 should be happening very soon. I've ordered in various components that I'm going to be building at this location to create an environment that's going to be of a standard that people are going to want to be a part of. I mean, I know we could probably do this in somebody's back garden, and that's not to say that people that are doing that sort of thing are invalid or they're not generating real authentic content. I just want to do something with a bit more pizzazz, a bit more class, something of a higher quality. I've got the big cameras, the big lighting and all of those things that I can just bring in to just showcase my guests a little bit more and let them be seen by their audiences, and it's something that they'll be proud of showing to their audiences and sharing on their various social medias and whatever avenues they've got to distribute their interview appearance on Ian Ed Robertson Live. So getting down to how you guys can get in touch with me, I've had a lot of people chatting to me at the club over the last week saying, Ian, we're starting to get an idea of what this show is, but how do we, get the links out or tell people that we might think might be interested in the show to get in touch, blah, blah, blah. I said it's really easy. All you got to do is follow me on either Facebook or Instagram. They're my two main social media accounts. You can follow me on Facebook, and it's just facebook.com/Ian Ed Robertson. Or you can follow me on Instagram, and that's just instagram.com/Ian Ed Robertson. I'll put the links down below this video, as well as a few other little bits of information and maybe a summary of what I've said in this video. But yeah, just get in touch with me. I'm interested in having a chat to you on my show about your story, about where you're coming from, about what you're doing in the universe. And I'm going to be growing my audience, and you may have your own audience already. You might be on the come up, or you might already be an established celebrity. I'm willing to talk to anybody. I've got absolutely no stress or tension in my body regarding who or where I would want to talk to people. I mean, anybody that knows me well knows that I love everybody and I talk to everybody. And if the Queen was to walk in right now, I'd have a chat with her, if you know what I mean. Like, I've got no limitations in terms of the level of celebrity or the level of identity or persona that would want to have a chat with me. I'm up for anything. So you want to come and chat to me, I just told you how to get in touch. Head to Instagram, head to Facebook. You can easily send me messages on either of those two platforms. Just get in touch with me that way. Obviously, if you go through all the fine print on YouTube, you can find a way to send me messages through YouTube. I'll get them too. I'll get all the messages. I'll see them no matter which way you get in touch. But like I said, in terms of linking this up or hooking this up with social media and pushing it out broadly, it makes sense to just tell you Instagram, Facebook. Everybody knows what that is. Everybody knows where that is. You can find me. My username is Ian Ed Robertson on both of those platforms. I look forward to hearing from you guys. As I start to build this on-set studio location, I'll be showing you guys what it looks like. I've got some really interesting European furniture coming in. I don't want to say exactly right now what it is, but I'm sure when it arrives and I show it to you, you guys are going to instantly recognize it. I've got a very particular aesthetic for this show. It's going to be very minimalist, very clean, very professional. We've got the big lights, we've got the big cameras already here. I'm shooting this on my mobile phone at the moment, but obviously I'm going to be bringing the big guns for the show. And as we get closer to episode 1, I'll be showcasing the final product in terms of the quality of what this looks like and what this sounds like, and getting more guests, potential guests, excited about getting in touch, because like I said, it's going to be a platform for you to showcase who you are and speak to your audience. And it's going to be an interesting way of interfacing with me and maybe having an interview or having a discussion that might be a little bit different from some of your other existing interviews or some of your other existing television appearances. Coming to meet with me and have an interview with me is going to be something completely different, something that's going to add to your repertoire, add to your collection of interviews, something that's going to in time become an interesting archival piece. And I'm looking forward to providing that venue, that outlet for you, and you know, maybe teasing out some questions and answers on camera in a different kind of way, because like I said, I'm not limited by any sponsors. I don't have any agenda. I don't really care about most things that are, you know, quote unquote, you know, within the goalposts. I like to look outside the goalposts. I like to look at what's on the periphery, what's on the edges of society, what's on the edges of public opinion or public acceptance. I'm about pushing boundaries. That's what I've always been doing with my music, with my music video clips, with my photography, and even just in the way in which I interface with people and the way in which I talk. I like to do things a little bit differently. I think it brings out different energies, and we all grow through that kind of a process. It's an adventure. We're going on this adventure together, and now that we've got this amazing technology that's all around us, this technology is bringing our adventures closer together. We can stay in touch, we can get in touch, we can be a part of other people's journeys a lot easier through the use of technology, and that's something that I'm very excited about. It's an exciting time to be in the universe, in this human journey that we're on together, and I'm looking forward to inviting you on to Ian Ed Robertson Live and furthering that exciting journey with all of you. So thanks for listening and watching this little update. Hopefully you'll share it all, share it on YouTube, get people involved, get people excited about what's coming up next. I can't wait to do something different that's maybe gonna fill a little bit of a gap, a bit of a niche, something extra for you guys to listen to while you're at the gym or while you're driving between, you know, major cities. You know, just chuck on the YouTube, press play, you know, and this is gonna be, it's gonna be a video show, but it's gonna be a podcast as well, in terms of it will live on YouTube, but you don't always have to be watching, if you know what I mean. Obviously, some of the guests I may have on will be quite visually appealing. You know, there's a lot of beautiful people out there, and you know, there will be elements of show and tell. We'll have people bring on, you know, what they're working on, this, that, and the next thing, you know. Even if I decide to show a cutaway or a picture-in-picture, I'm not going to cut the audio. So we might be having a discussion about something, and I might decide later on to go back in editing and actually, you know, drop a few pictures over or drop a little bit of video over to showcase what we were just talking about, but I won't be cutting the audio. So that means you guys can listen to this while you're at the gym, you can listen to it while you're out for a jog, or like I said, out for a drive, or maybe even just doing the housework, doing the dishes, you know what I mean? I'm going to do it in such a way that it's versatile for you guys to listen to, and if you want extra information, maybe there might have been something on screen as well. You can look at that later on. I guess you guys can watch the video a second time to go back and really uncover everything that we did show in the piece. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now in terms of my thinking, in terms of the planning. I've got a couple of guests lined up for the first few episodes already. People have already shown interest. I'm currently located on the east coast of Australia. I travel between Sydney, Canberra and Melbourne. So I'm currently over here on the east coast, but that's not to say that I wouldn't make a trip over to the west coast or further up to the northern parts of Australia. And then eventually, you know, I'd love to go international with this. I want everybody to get a sense of who I am, where I'm coming from, and where I'm going to. And if that fits in with other people's journeys, then of course I'd be excited to hear from you guys too. I love America. I love Europe. Obviously, I'm from the UK. Yeah, I've been quite well traveled through the years, and I'm just getting started. So thanks for watching this little video. Thanks for listening to the concept. I hope it fits in with perhaps your ideas of what you want to promote moving forward. And if you want to promote yourself or your story on my show, I'd love to hear from you. So get in touch on Instagram. That's instagram.com/Ian Ed Robertson or facebook.com/Ian Ed Robertson. So that's my two official social media accounts. There might be others out there, but it's not me. That's my two official ones. So send me a message on there, and I'll reply as soon as possible. All right, have a great night, have a great morning, depending on where you're watching this. And I'll see you in the next video. This is Ian Ed Robertson signing off for now. And I look forward to hearing from you. And I look forward to chatting to you again very soon. Good night.